Do you have any funny Eden stories you want to share about movies?
You know, I asked her last night what movie she really liked. And she said she really liked the dog movie. We had shown her Best in Show.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were trying to find a pretty conflict-free movie. But I also forgot that that movie starts off with Parker Posey and her partner talking to a therapist about their sex life and how the dog watches. And then Parker Posey goes on to explain the sexual position that she was in.
The Congress of the Cow.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, crap. But then, you know, when it got to the dogs, things were a lot less uncomfortable.
All that stuff goes over there.
Yeah. She had watched Frozen last year. And then they couldn't finish it on the first day because Eden got too upset. And I thought, oh, was it the Abominable Snowman or was it this or that? And it turns out that Eden was upset because Hans, the human, was a liar.
Oh, yeah.
He had lied about his feelings.
Sometimes people are liars.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really great to have you here today.
Oh, thanks. I believe you.
Welcome to the basement, Whitney Dinger. You don't know what movie is in this envelope, do you?
I do not.
I'm going to pull it out and reveal it. We're going to watch it, and we're going to talk about it.
I'm ready.
I delighted at the stories you told about your lovely daughter, and I hope that you spend every day counting your lucky stars that you do not have a problem child.
Hey! Oh, problem child.
Released in 1990, Problem Child stars John Ritter, Micah Oliver, Jack Warden, Gilbert Gottfried, and Michael Richards. It was directed by Dennis Dugan, who also has a cameo in the film. The soundtrack features an original song by the Beach Boys called Problem Child.
All right.
Those Beach Boys. Gilbert Gottfried was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award for this and other films he appeared in 1990. He ended up losing to Donald Trump for his role in the movie Ghosts Can't Do It.
Congratulations to him. I hope he goes on to great things.
Have you ever seen this movie?
I believe I saw it when it came out.
Okay.
This is the kind of movie my dad would love.
Okay.
So yes.
What's the best way to deal with a problem child, Whitney? You distract them with toys.
Ooh, neat! Oh, sweet! Micro X launcher!
Show it to the camera.
To the camera. Warning, do not aim at your eyes or face. That's how you know it's going to be a good toy.
Well, come on out of that timeout corner and join us on the old leather couch where we're going to be very well behaved as we watch Problem Child.
Just recapping the movie?
Just recapping the movie.
Okay. I've been there.
A child is born.
Apparently, my birth is not considered a blessed event.
My birth was a curse and a bane upon the land. Everybody hates him. He's handed off from house to house. George Thorogood just wrote this song so he would never have to donate bone marrow.
Oh. And he keeps doing bad stuff and nobody wants him.
He is a, wait for it, problem child. Finally, he's handed off to the nuns at
The orphanage of St. Brutus.
who have to keep him. Ben Healy and his wife Flo really want to have a baby.
Oh, what about Donald? It says here that Donald is wealthy and powerful.
He's not as wealthy as he says, though.
Yeah.
So when is your child due?
I'm not really pregnant.
You see, my husband shoots all kinds of blanks. They go to the doctor and find out that
You are positively infertile. This is your uterus. These green things here are your fallopian tubes. And that's not supposed to happen.
your womb is a hot mess, lady.
Right in there.
Especially with Dr. Butterfingers on the case.
You know what? Doctor, are you absolutely sure there's no hope?
Is my wife's hoochie completely hopeless? Junior continues to misbehave at the orphanage in various ways.
A growing body needs nutrition.
Well, if it's so nutritious, how come I don't eat
I'm going to miss you so much.
I'm getting adopted. Big deal. If you have to be a creep like Freddy, I don't want a family.
If you gotta invade people's dreams and murder them with knives, then I don't even want it.
And then he sees a charismatic character on the TV,
Martin Beck,
the bow tie killer.
a serial killer. Little Junior finds him to be a good role model.
So he starts to wear bow ties too.
Ben works at his dad's sporting goods store.
Sporting goods, made by Americans.
America.
The most jingoistic sporting goods you ever saw.
Come on in, white folk.
Hey, sport, where'd you run off to?
I'm sorry, I hope Hank wasn't bothering you.
What the heck else are we here for, eh, partner? Yeah. Come on, buddy, let's go.
Boy, if my wife couldn't have a baby, I guess I'd just kill myself.
Everyone I know.
Big Ben informs him that instead of giving him the store as an inheritance,
I'm selling the store to the Japs. You know your problem? You're too nice. I expect a little backstabbing from you. Some ruthless scrambling to get to the top.
okay, Logan Roy. The nuns are talking to Mr. Peabody, a child psychiatrist. The only thing shriller than a room full of screaming nuns? Gilbert Gottfried. We want to get this boy out of the orphanage. We don't like him.
He said he's sorry.
Give me another chance. I just want to learn my lessons.
It takes a big man to admit his mistakes.
Mother Superior, you've jumped the gun.
You can't go to a kid's party if you don't have a kid.
Bullshit. I've been plenty of times. She's got a Mars Attacks hairdo.
Yeah, she does. Flo doesn't want to adopt. She wants to have her own baby.
We get to pick out our kid. It'll be like shopping.
Shopping?
Uh-huh.
This sly dog, he knows that women be shopping.
He knows. He is cock of the walk.
This guy is cock of the weight room. The bow tie killer has been receiving letters from someone named JR. They're actually from Junior. And he thinks, wow, this guy's crazier than I am. When I get out, we're going to team up and cause a lot of mayhem.
5 more minutes for your pen pals, and then we have to work on our times tables.
How did she get the role? She's awful. She was the best on that day. She was the best one. Let's get her. They go to see Mr. Peabody. He tells them that they're going to be on the waiting list for something like 7 years, unless they adopt little Junior, who they can get right away.
You ever seen a grown man wear so much blue?
Was he talking or thinking that?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Junior. My favorite color is blue. What's yours?
Well, blue. My favorite color's blue, too.
My favorite hobby is manipulation. They take Junior to his new home.
So how come you adopted me? How come you just didn't have a baby?
Well, you see, my wife, inside she's just all wrong.
Junior, come here. I want you to meet Polly. Come here.
This is a bird you'll be murdering.
Say hello to Junior.
Hello. Hello.
Is that the only word he knows?
Soon he'll know the word rat bastard.
He gets introduced to his terrifying clown bedroom.
Oh my God, they're retarded.
Big Ben comes to visit.
Oh, my God. You know, I thought you were getting fatter, Mama. What's my little grandson do?
Fatter?
No, Dad, no. Florence is not gonna have a baby.
Her ovaries are garbage. The bedroom is lit on fire.
No! Junior!
I just wanted to make my bedroom a little less retarded.
And throws a cat in the grandpa's face.
The bow tie killer escapes.
There's a few bricks missing from his building.
I love masonry humor.
Hey, what are you doing?
I was looking for some paper to write a get well note to Big Ben.
Gee, that's very thoughtful, Junior, but these are Mom's private drawers.
This is Mom's fap hutch.
Learn what?
What it's like to be a dad. Then you'll get rid of me.
We're never gonna get rid of you. You're here forever.
We're never gonna give you up. We're never gonna let you down. We're never gonna run around. You know the song.
You know.
Ben takes his son camping. What's the point of that sign? Bears can't read.
Oh, maybe it's a breed called a warning bear.
The bear shows up.
Don't bring that child here. Make sure you tie up your food. I'll eat it.
He's got a buddy there with his family he's kind of a doofus.
You're not going to see the sunset from over there. Come on over and watch it on riverbank. Come on.
I like to micromanage camping trips. He has this idea to do a bear scare.
Oh, I'm going to scare the kids with this bear costume.
Try this on for size. Huh?
Super dad, beta dad.
That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
Pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop.
Junior lured a real bear to the campsite.
Cocaine bear, you get out of here.
Wouldn't you know it?
Ben doesn't realize it. Exit pursued by bear.
Hey! The bear gets scared off, and then his friend shows up in the bear costume, and John Lovitz beats the crap out of him with a frying pan.
John Lovitz was in this movie?
John Lovitz was in this movie. What's his real name?
John Ritter.
John Ritter.
I'm having a birthday party Saturday. I think it would be nice if you came.
Boy, sounds like a barrel of laughs.
They go to a birthday party.
Ben gives Junior a treasured family heirloom.
My grandfather gave this to me just before he died.
What is it?
It's his last bowel movement.
It's a hardened prune. It's a bond between two people.
Ben, get over here. I want you to meet the Hofstetters.
Coming, sweetheart.
Ben, move it!
The Hofstetters fled Germany during the war. And they've got a huge stash of Nazi gold.
That's right.
Hey, put that down. That's mine. These are all my presents. I was only looking at it. Well, you're gonna break it. Get away from it. It's mine.
Kids are mean.
He's not even a real kid. He's adopted. Ew, gross.
And so he goes to town.
He just lays waste to this birthday party, and this little girl will feel this trauma way into adulthood.
Perhaps this was the one step too far. This could be a problem.
Child.
I think we've got a problem.
Child.
Oh, you think we've got a problem?
Child. Flo wants Ben to spank Junior, but...
I'm so sorry for what I've done. I won't ever do it again. I promise.
In the name of Allah, amen. I just can't help but laugh anytime this guy comes through a door. He's great. Giddy up. Big Ben is running for mayor.
There's a baseball game.
But I don't know how to play baseball.
Get out there, you bow-tied little panty waist.
What happens if...
It doesn't matter what happens.
Winning and losing are illusions. Life has no meaning. Little Junior finds some creative uses for a baseball bat.
Watch your crotch, boys. Oh, my sternum. And really put some kids in the hospital. And that was a concerning moment.
Flo and Ben decide that they need to take him back to the orphanage.
What am I supposed to do with the little creep? He's already been returned 30 times!
We're not going to be like those other people. We're going to stick to our commitment. We're going to raise this boy and love him even when he's terrible.
One day, he's gonna crack and say, I don't have to be bad anymore. I can be president of the United States!
President of the United States? Are you brain damaged? Junior's gonna be a convict before he's in 3rd grade.
I'd hate to have a convict as president of the United States.
Little Junior doesn't want to come out because he thinks he's going to have to go back to the orphanage, and so he steps on the gas. They crash into Big Ben's sporting goods store. They wreck the place. Problem child. Ben is despondent. Then the bow tie killer shows up at their front door. Junior says, "This is my Uncle Marty."
We've got to treat this guy like royalty. We've got to make him think that Junior's an angel.
They can pawn him off on his uncle, and then he can get out of their lives.
He charms his way into Flo's arms.
He kidnaps them both and demands a $100,000 ransom.
I'm not working with you!
I thought you liked me.
Hey, I don't like no one.
So you like everyone.
I thought this was supposed to be our honeymoon. You said you...
Martin Beck shoves Flo into a suitcase and sticks her in the trunk. Ben doesn't care.
He's loving it.
All of these unpleasant people are out of his life now. This is great.
Here's Daddy!
He finds this adorable drawing that Junior made of him.
Junior liked him. My daddy turd. Junior was a bad kid, but maybe he has a good heart.
So he goes to rescue his son.
To the circus.
You bow-tied freak! Nobody hurts my boy, now let him go!
Right in the old plums. All right, the police arrive. They arrest the bow tie killer, but he grabs one of their guns. Takes him down. Junior is distraught.
I'm sorry for all those bad things I did.
He loves him. But it turns out that Ben had that petrified plum in his pocket, and that saved him from the bullet. He's fine. Junior throws his bow tie away. No more bow tie killer for him. It's only ascots for me from now on.
Why does this guy love me?
Why does the sky love you?
Maybe it's one of those answers we'll Like, how high is up? Why is the sky blue
And why does the sky love me? He's going to try and be a good kid. Kind of. Not totally good. Surely he will still be a problem child. I hate this movie.
It was a tough watch.
I don't hate it because it's a bad movie. I hate it because it's hateful. It's so twisted and cynical, and yet it has the appearance of a family movie.
There's an acidity to it that's just really uncomfortable.
And then the emotional moments when they try and get sentimental, or they don't work at all. When the kid starts thinking, "Oh, I should try and be better," I think he's conning me, the audience. I think it's a trick that he's playing on me.
Yeah. It's an unreliable narrator.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I should try to be better, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm really gonna do some pretty awful things. Not comic mischief, but malevolent mischief.
Now, I don't want to get down on the kid too much.
Nope.
But I will.
Okay.
Not a great actor. He's young, of course. Not charming, and I think a little bit of charm and innocence could really balance that character. And it was completely absent. I dare say Macaulay Culkin could have brought a lot more to that role. I think he might have auditioned for it and didn't get it.
Wow.
Because that was the era when he was doing stuff.
I'm not sure when Home Alone came out, but it wasn't too far off from that.
Home Alone came out when I was in high school, so it was probably 1990.
Home Alone was the one movie that my aunt would go see in theaters.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but I've never found Gilbert Gottfried to be funny.
I thought he did a bang-up job as the parrot in Aladdin.
If only in this movie he played a parrot.
If only he was...
The movie had a parrot.
Had a parrot.
It could have been Gilbert Gottfried playing that role.
Honestly, I was a little disappointed when the parrot spoke and it wasn't him.
The movie's one protagonist, Ben, nothing but bad stuff happens to him throughout the whole thing, which I hate it when movies do that. They give you a quote-unquote hero, and then the movie just shits all over him the whole movie. It's no fun. And at the same time, you don't feel sorry for Ben because Ben's an idiot. He's not someone you have respect for. There's things that this movie tried to do that other movies have done successfully, like the idea that everyone is a caricature. The bozo dad who lives next door is the biggest bozo in the world. The little girl at the party, she's the most bratty girl in the world.
The wife who wants to go to the kids' parties to be seen for her own dress and shoes and purse.
The wife who's awful. It's got nothing going for it. It's got no moral center, which... It's kind of weird to say that, but movies tend to have that. They have something that they can sort of pivot around. A tone.
Yeah. Something that keeps you filled up, that keeps you...
invested. Yeah. Was there anything good about it?
Okay, ask me again.
What do you think was good about this movie?
I don't know. I thought I had
it. They did the bear well.
I think they switched back and forth between a real bear and...
The close-ups, it was a costume, and then the wide shots, it was a bear. That was a scene with some comic weight.
When little Ben grabs his neighbor's Wagoneer and takes a Super Dad hat and pops it on, that's a good little moment. That's a little gem.
I actually think I wasn't looking at the screen when that happened, because I remember when I saw me at the Super Dad, I thought, where did he get that from? I missed that nice moment. And they made 2 more of these.
Yeah, they did. Did they have the same child for the second one?
If this is going to work to a certain extent, you got to Bart Simpson that kid.
Yeah.
Problem teen.
Yeah. No.
He's off getting girls pregnant. And
it's always 2 weeks
reefer.
till his 8th birthday.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. That's fair.
I just want to forget. Well, unlike Ben, we are going to send Problem Child back to the orphanage. We are done with him, and now it is time to come on home to Seen It.
Seen It.
Nish Brown writes, Seen It, Cocaine Bear. Went in with low expectations and found that it walked a fine line between action and comedy with great timing. Seen It.
Have not seen it.
You were going to try and see it, and time just got away from you.
Yeah.
The thing about Cocaine Bear and movies of its type is that the title is the pitch. You don't need to ask, Cocaine Bear, what's it about? About a bear who does cocaine.
Oh, okay.
And this movie delivers on the promise of that title in a way that Snakes on a Plane never did. I remember when Snakes on a Plane first came out. I was so excited.
I have never wanted to see a movie more due just to buzz than Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear is not that. It really has the vibe of like an Evil Dead or Toxic Avenger type movie. Like Problem Child, the characters are these exaggerated caricatures of people, and they're awful and they do terrible things. But it works. It falls apart in the third act. Hollywood doesn't know how to do third acts anymore. They always fall apart in the third act. The good characters are rewarded. The bad characters are punished. Mm-hmm. The family comes back together and whatever.
The bear drives off with a pig.
I just remember in the middle of the movie thinking, this movie is exactly what I want it to be.
King of Kings 871 says the Adam West Batman movie.
Kapow! Seen it!
Bam! Seen it!
It was kind of nice to see this concept with a budget.
Yeah.
Because they spent it all on vehicles and stunts and, Batman on a ladder being bitten by a shark.
Yeah. Anti-shark spray was a huge part of my childhood. That belt was just absolutely amazing. Yeah. I saw this one many times as a kid.
Tim Lemire. I've never seen Enter the Dragon in its entirety. Until now. Seen it.
Seen it.
Bruce Lee, John Saxon, Jim Kelly, kicking ass, giving lessons.
Yeah. This was gigantic. This was the first big budget crossover between Hong Kong and the US. He took some lessons and took some notes on Hollywood blockbusters to get this thing produced on the scale that he wanted. Exceptional movie, exceptional action, and a lot of good philosophy in there as well.
His style is fighting without fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I talked about this on the show before, but I haven't talked about it with you. Do you remember the rumors around the time that Bruce Lee died? I heard some bizarre things from kids about the real reason that Bruce Lee died.
Really?
And the two I remember, they said that he built up his muscles so much that they crushed his heart.
The heart, famously not a muscle, was crushed
by muscles.
Right.
And then the other one, which is even weirder, and I don't even know how this works, I think my brother told me this. He said he died because he jumped through the floor.
I think I might have heard that he was so strong, like he kicked his own leg off. It's just, they couldn't save him. King of Kings 871.
Again.
You guys ever watch Pi, directed by Darren Aronofsky?
I have seen it.
I have seen it too.
It's a movie about Judaism. It's a movie about math.
Mm-hmm.
Very fascinating concepts and ideas. Very disturbing ending.
Yeah.
The main thing I remember about it is that I rented it and watched it, and the next night I just had to watch it again. It was so dense.
When it grabs you, it throws you into the deep end, and you're there working through it. And sometimes you can catch up, and sometimes you can't.
A really bold and singular debut by Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
There's a website you can go to that won't cause you any problems at all, and that is welcometothebasementshow.com. We have all of our entire back catalog there, every episode we've ever made, and there are PayPal donation buttons that you can click on and make a one-time or rolling monthly donation to support this show. Support of this show is a very generous gesture, and I want to shout out someone who recently made a one-time donation. It's Nicole. I've been watching since Welcome to the Basement's inception. I even asked my now husband Jack to prom on the Man with the Golden Arm episode. I remember that. I wanted to show a small token of appreciation now that I have my first baby, Francis, on the way. Well, congratulations, Nicole and Jack. Mwah!
Congratulations. That's super sweet.
Isn't that a great story?
That's really wonderful.
If you want to see more chat between me and this guy, you can watch Unboxing, which comes out this coming Friday. We're going to open some mail, we're going to answer some viewer questions, and we're going to crack wise. Won't you join us? And now watch this.
Harriet had a sonogram. Take a look. What is that?
It's an otter. My wife has been engaging in miscegenation.
They only have ball teams based on Native Americans. The Chieftains versus the Braves. Next up, the Squaws and the Chippewa.